Welcome back everyone to another episode of Soul Textures. My name is Ferdi and today we're going to be looking at the drainage tools inside 3D. So basically what we're going to be doing is looking at every single command in the tool palette or toolbar, if you may, inside 3D. We're not going to be looking more in depth in the drainage menu. We're going to just look at the toolbar, so basically that will give you all the basic information that you need to start designing your drainage inside 3D. Now, if you're new to the channel, I do weekly tutorials on civil engineering topics, and at the moment we're just emphasizing more on the technical design. So basically all the softwares and tools that you need to know so you can be able to carry on your design. And once we have covered all this, we're gonna jump into the design aspect of it. So basically, what do you need to know? What references you need? What guidance you need to read? And all that. Now we also have a website where you can become a member, and we have a forum and you can ask any questions you have regarding the civil engineering, and other members can answer for you or myself as well. So basically what I'm trying to do here is just trying to build a community where you just log in, ask your question, and everyone tries to help each other, rather than just wait for your senior until he gives you an answer. Because with the current conditions, COVID, most of you guys working home, having an alternative platform where people can aid you and get your answers is not so bad after all. Without further ado, let's begin.
Now, to bring your drainage tools, just hit the tap water, not the one in your house, but the one on your screen, or the drainage, add edit drainage. Now, because there is a command show hide gullies, I needed to design some roads very quickly. So I'm not going to be showing you how to do it on this tutorial. It will probably be in the following weeks. I'll be showing you once I'm more comfortable doing the road design. Side 3D was kind enough to give me some training so I can create more tutorials for you guys. So they're good. Kudos. So now the first two buttons is selecting between the storm or foul. Now, the other thing that we need to mention, which is in the menu bar that I should have started with, is select between private or adoptable. If you're designing private, all you have to do is go drainage and tick the private box. If you want adoptable, just untick the private flow drainage and it will automatically pick adoptable. Now let's start designing. So to draw a drainage, just hit the new drainage run, which is the third icon. This is like polyline with a little star. And just start drawing where you want them. So let's say one here and there and there. To finish, or hit escape or right click and quit command. Now the next button will be the add manhole. So if we click it, you can see when we hover over the pipes, it selects, it highlights kind of which pipe we're gonna be adding, like between which two manholes we're gonna be adding the new manhole. So let's say we're gonna add one here. So we click and then we're still in that command, and to finish, right click, quit command or escape. Then the next command is move manhole, so we can select the manhole we want to move. And again, if you want to quit the command, just hit the escape key or quit command. Then we have the delete manhole. So basically, if we delete a manhole from the end, it deletes the pipe with it. So if we delete this manhole here, it deletes the pipes as well that connects to that manhole. If we delete the link, it will not delete the manholes. Now let's go through adding a new drainage run. So let's say we want to connect these two pipes. All we have to do is go close, select it, it will automatically pick it up, and then it will pick it up. And then we draw again and again and boom, and quit command. And as you can see here, it doesn't draw duplicates. We just realizes that, yeah, there is a manhole there. So if I drainage run, automatically see it highlights it. If I put one next to it, it will automatically become red. So we have to delete it. But other than that, yeah. So the next command would be the manhole properties. So basically, if we hit that command, we have to select which manhole we want to look at the properties at. And when we left click, it will bring the manhole properties windows. We have the name, phase, like which phase of the project will be built. The cover level, if you cannot edit this, is because it picked it up from your existing ground or proposed, and you can select manual. Invert level, that is calculated based on the source type standards that you have selected. Color, we can change it. That is visible in the long section and I think in the 3D view. Or you can do the manual one. So for example, I want pink. Then we've got the source type. So they've got source for adoption 6, 7 and 6 and 7. And we've got the design construction guidance March 2020, which is the latest one. Then manhole type, we can select manual. If it's not, then it's automatic. We've got some specific properties like existing lateral head wall, private and outfall. And we've got circular, rectangular, and the diameter we can specify manual. And then we've got some additional information, so depth to soffit, catch bit if we have one, or if we want to add one, we just type 0.3. And then we've got the pipes that are connecting to that manhole. So if we hit OK, you can see that it became pink as well, the text. I didn't know that actually, that the text becomes pink. That's interesting. Maybe you can give green for perforated pipes, for example. So now the next command is the conduit properties. So again, when you hover your mouse over the pipe, it will select it, and then you've got a kind of like long section, and then on the left hand side you've got the upstream, on the right hand side you've got the downstream. So S1, S2, S5, and we've got the soffits and invert levels. These can be changed. Same with the color, let's make it pink. So you see the pipe becomes pink as well. We've got the length, volume, and then we've got the standard diameter, so we can increase it, and we can change it via invert or via soffit. So I want to change it via soffit, so basically just change the soffit, so push the pipe up instead of down. Then we've got no standard diameters. We can change the pipe materials by ticking the checkboxes. So we've got clay, concrete and plastic, and bedding types we have from we've got all of them. That's good. So yeah, and then we've got contributing areas, impermeable percentage, and we've got the roughness factor, which can be changed for storm to foul, or actually per pipe according to the pipe. Then we've got the gradients from S1 or from S2, which is minus. Then we've got allow concrete protection, and then when to allow for the concrete protection. If you need more help, just hit the help button or cry for help. Either way works. Now, the next command is the set gradient run. Now, this command I had not a hard time, but kind of like few minutes like to understand why does it work that way. So basically, we can set the gradient from there to there. These pipes are in a standard gradient. So let's say if I want to do from here all the way to here, we want the gradient 100 because the pipe is like 150. So we hit OK. And then if we do the gradient again from here, let's say to here to 150. Now I've noticed that this is not the best way as Site3D explained, because they usually what people do is just select the gradient from there to there, let's say 150, and boom. There is no red errors. Now the only red error we have here is because of this manhole is the last manhole and we have not specified as outfall. To do that, we go to the manhole properties as shown before, select your manhole, tick the outfall, hit OK, and there you go. It's green now. Hit quit command and it should be green. There you go. So if you're the person like me, like a weird one, you just do this. Let's say we want this one 100, and then we want this one to this, we want it in 150. Then you will have to go manually and fix the invert level. We can see A is the pipe that leaving and leaves at a higher invert level, and to do that we have to go and change the conduit properties and say don't leave at a higher level, leave at a lower level, which is 700. So if we go here and hit OK, well, should I fix it? No. Oh, sorry, it goes to 783, so let's say 13.5. Okay, so it fixed it by causing the problem there. So it's most advisable is just select one gradient and 150. I think this is good for preliminary design because you know the outfall, so you can work it from backwards. Let's say on an average gradient, for example 150, because like depending on how much area you've got, the pipe size would remain pretty much like between the ranges of 150 to 300 if it's like a medium area, but then it can become even bigger depending on your area, and then the gradient can be flatter. The next command is the set pipe diameter for run, and we have to again select from manhole to manhole. So we can select multiple manholes. So let's say from here to here, we're doing a 2 to 5, and we're gonna change soffits, and then again we're gonna change from here to here. We're gonna do 300, and we're gonna change the soffits, not the inverts. The next command is the show long section, and it works with the same principle as the gradient, and they set the pipe diameter. So we hit the show long sections, and we have to select from which manhole to which manhole we want to see the long sections, which is the most reasonable way to do it. So we select the manhole, and we select the last manhole, and it will bring the section window. Now the section window has all the information that you would need, and I think this shows the concrete protection as well. Wow, that's great. That is actually decent. And you can move manholes or change the properties as well. So the windows, the drainage toolbar appears here. And if you want to change some stuff in the section, just hit the section properties or display properties. So basically display properties, if you want to, let's say the background white, or like, I don't know, lighter gray. Oh, wow. Lighter gray is not that great. Maybe keep it as dark as it was. Let's say here. There we go. And you've got the gradient limits. You've got intervals. If we do every one, would that be bad? No. Oh, that's the change display. Oh, there you go. Annotation interval only. So 10 or 20 change automatically, or wherever there is a change in the ground level. And the section properties, we can decide what to show and what not to show. And let's say we don't want to show empty rows because we have a foul row here, which we haven't done foul yet. So we untick the show empty rows, immediately removes the foul, and you can see the color coding has been applied. Now, the next command I want to show you is the manhole schedule. So if I've already done it just as a test run, but if you click the manhole schedule, it will bring the manhole schedule. If you have already one, it replaces it in the new position, and it shows even the phases. Now this manhole schedule is good because it is dynamic, so basically it's automatically updated. So let's say we want to add a new run. So now we are at S7. Let's say we're gonna add a new run from here all the way here and then there. Hit command. See, S8, S9, it added it automatically. And what we can do is set gradient as well from there, let's say to there, 150, hit OK. And we have a problem there, so from there to there, 150, okay. Oh, we still have a problem, ooh. So we just have to fix, I suppose. So we can see that B is the pipe that leaves, and leaves at a higher invert level. So we have to lower it, or we can change A. So let's change A. So we change the gradients, and let's say we want to come in at invert, I don't know, 13.8. And we leave at 13.9 invert. Hit OK. So that should be fine, but we need to fix this one. So let's do this one from there to there.
A few moments later.
There you go, the errors are gone, and then we're gonna just fix them from there to there, 150, fixed. And it updates automatically. Now the next command will be the drainage schedule, and if we bring it, is as well dynamic, shows the manholes, the pipe leaving, diameter, covers, and the links, the pipes that are leaving. So A, B shows at what invert level they're leaving. This is good for the contractor and for you to double check, like if the invert levels are correct of the pipes. And then we have the show height gully. I think this is by far my favorite command. So if you have a road and you click that command, it shows the gullies. Actually, spoiler, shows the gullies. Now the best part is that it connects, if you have a pipe like a run, it connects near the closest run for you. So let's say we're gonna move this manhole over there. it automatically changes everything, and this is freaking awesome. So yeah, so let's say here we don't have any run, right? So if we go add a new run, let's say here, see, it picked up the gullies, and if we put it here, it changes the direction of the gullies going because it's smart, let's put it this way, and it picks it up. So this is by far my favorite command inside 3D. Then we've got the move manhole annotation. Now, the annotations that we have for the manhole is the cover level and the name. Now, I suppose the name will remain fixed, so the only thing that should move is the cover level. And yes, I'm right. So if we select this manhole, we can move the cover level. So let's say we want this one here, this cover level, we want it here. So basically you get the grip of this. So basically, so the cover level won't be in the way, because when, let's be honest, when you're drawing a drainage drawing, you don't want to show the cover level, you want to show the invert level, because the cover level will be in the manhole schedule. Oh, how do we change the manhole? Let's move the manhole schedule away from each other, just so they won't clash. Oh, this one will be filling up one next to another, so let's put it this way. Then we have the delete selected network. So basically, if we select a network, it deletes it, and that's pretty much it. There's not much into it. And then we've got the display properties. Display properties, then we can switch between adoptable or private. So if we have adoptable, these are the commands we want to do. So let's say we don't have label or cover, but if we have private, it remembers. So basically, let's say for private you don't want label or cover level, but for adoptable you want just cover level. If you switch between them, it remembers what settings you had. So you can go through them. So you've got manhole annotations, and you've got the text height. So if you know the scale that you're presenting the drawing, you can change the text height accordingly. You've got the pipe annotations, so diameter, gradient, pipe number, length, material, bedding, flow direction, storm lateral annotation, foul lateral, so all this, and drainage clearance. So this is from the manhole offset and the conduit offset. I don't usually show that, but you can show the draw full width pipes. So if we hit OK, you can see it shows with a dash line the full width of the pipe. Now, the next command is manhole network properties. Now, this command, what it does is tells you like the network you want to select. This is the network, and it brings up the manhole properties, let's say table, and you can change the names. So let's fix the names. So 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, let's say. Then we've got the auto size, and then we've got circular or not, diameter, width if it's not circular. The length, I'm not sure why there is length here. It's diameter. Oh, and oh, if you switch from circular, I suppose if you untick the circular, it selects width and length instead of diameter and width. We've got invert level, we can change. Cover level, we can change, or auto cover, cover offset, adoptable, auto type, so basically the type, and the sewers for these sewer standards. So we can change them all to design construction guidance, March 2020. I thought it was released in April, but yeah. And we can change the colors. Let's pick a yellowish, and we hit OK. So, and if we untick this command, it should have done it, finished. And if we go to long section, just to view if we change the color coding, as you can see, this is our yellow manhole that we put. Then we have the same one, but for the conduit network properties. So we select the network that we want, and we have the pipe schedule, and we can change names, diameters, upstream, soft level, upstream invert level, downstream, soft and invert level. And then we've got contributing area, pimp, and roughness. And we have the concrete protection. So these are all the drainage tool commands that you should be good to go, like if you're starting designing drainage in Site 3D. So now, let's say you finish your drainage, and let's say you want to import it in a flow. You just go File, Save As, and you go to Drainage, and we select Flow, and that's it. Or you can do CSV, and then you can copy paste them into the flow. Basically, depending how you do it. And then we've got some export for the surface and plan, but these we're gonna go over them in a different tutorial.
Thank you for watching. If you actually found this video informative, then hit the like button. And if you actually loved it, subscribe and share it with your colleagues so we can grow this community. Now, if you have any other videos that you would like me to cover, leave them in the comments below, as I will try to get suggestions from you guys as well. And also, I would like to encourage you, if you have any questions, you can pop them on LinkedIn on my profile or in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next tutorial. Take care.